In this video, we're going to walk through how to track partial entries in abandoned forms in Typeform. The first step is to add Google Tag Manager to your Typeforms. I'm going to jump into my Google Tag Manager account and copy my container ID from the top right. We can follow the official Typeform documentation. As you can see, you want to go to the form you want to track, click on the Connect tab, and then go to the Google Tag Manager section and just paste your container ID. Now I've already done this, so I'm going to skip to the next step. Next, you're going to want to add your Typeform domain to Insiteful. Every Typeform account has a unique domain, and you need to copy that into the domains page of Insiteful in order to track your forms. Simply paste it at the bottom and click Add, and you're all set. Now the next step, to install Insiteful onto your Typeforms. We're going to go to the install page in Insiteful and copy over the two tracking codes in here into a new tag that I'll create in Google Tag Manager. To do this, I'm simply going to choose a custom HTML tag and paste in these two tracking codes from the Insiteful install page. But wait, that's not all. Typeforms require a special extra tracking code because of the fact that they don't have a form element tag, which you can copy from the instructions page. It's very simple, but this is a required step that you need to complete. Once you've done this, you can set the tag to trigger on all pages, save, and publish your changes in Google Tag Manager. Now you've installed Insiteful onto your Typeforms. The final step is to change the iFrames on your website to the custom domain. By default, Typeform will give you an embed code that loads a form.typeform URL, but you're going to want to switch this to an iframe that uses your custom URL. You can copy the code from our documentation and simply switch out the source attribute with that of the form you want to track. And that's all there is to it. Now you're tracking your Typeforms. Next, let's take a look at how this looks when you put it all into action. Here's an example Typeform that I'm just going to quickly fill out with some placeholder data, but I won't hit submit. As you can see, I immediately receive an email with all of the data about the lead, and when I visit the Insiteful Leads page, I can see all the entries that I typed in, even though they were never submitted. Now, a couple extra steps to make sure that you get the richest possible data from your Typeforms. Firstly, we're going to set up form field mapping, which only takes about 30 seconds, but it lets you take these form entries and correlate them with contact data. First, I'll give my form a nickname so it's easy to pick out, and then click on the mapping button. Here, I can select which inputs correspond with specific lead fields. As you can see, recovering missed opportunities doesn't have to be complicated. You can start tracking and optimizing all of your forms and recovering missed opportunities today with Insiteful.